Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is another video. This video is basically about my media center. Basically, the power supply has sort of gone on one, and rather than try and mess about trying to find another power supply that size, it's a micro ATX thing, dead. Rather than try and find another supply that size, what I've done, I've cut the bottom out, cut the back out of it to make a back plate, and I've fitted a 24-pin motherboard socket and a 4-pin Molex plug. I think this motherboard plug is a Molex as well. Anyway, I've actually fitted them to the back plate, and got all my wires coming out here. My wire for my CPU. I'll just connect it all up roughly for now, and I'll tidy it all up. Now that should reach there, because hang on a minute. Right, just had to sort out a little wire routing problem there. Didn't think it was going to fit, but luckily I've got it in. They don't really leave you a lot of room for cable management in these cases. Anyway, let's start plugging things up. CPU connector. CPU power connector rather. Right. Right. I'm going to have to pause this while I plug these on, because I can't do it one-handed. Right, that's all the connections made. Got front audio there. I'm not putting that back on, I don't need it, don't even use it. Right, so that's all the connections made. Now it's just a matter of connecting the power supply up. And the power supply I'm going to use, I mean, really I could do a modular one, but for now, this is the Corsair GS800. Probably a bit overkill for this, but it's what I've got, so I'm going to use it. Right, I'll just plug this in. Right, well, we're back. Right, power supply is connected. Right, we're all connected at the back here. We've got two plugs at the back. Now let's give it some power, see what it does. Can't find the power switch. Well, fans are all going. So, power light's lit up, hard drive light's lit up. I think the power light's lit up. Yeah. So, we've got everything there. The only thing I haven't got is an HDMI lead to connect it to the monitor. But what I'll do, I'll let it fully boot. I'll know when it's fully booted, the hard drive light should stop. And I can then shut it down, just turn the power off, and do something about maybe reroute these cables, make them look a bit neater, try to anyway. There's not really much I'm going to be able to do about that. You know, it's I could have done with these wires here being a bit longer, but we're okay. We've just managed it, just managed to get it in there. Oh, pardon me. And that's basically it. It's two wires. I should be able to shut that down now. Yep, two wires going into the back, I can now use any power supply that I want. And I did want to put a hard drive at the back here. I wanted to move that hard drive that I've bodged in the front there. I wanted to move that and put it at the back here, but it's not going to fit. I know for a fact it ain't going to fit. So I'm not going to mess about. I'm just going to leave it as it is. And just try and make a bit more cable management and get on the lookout for a modular power supply. With, you know, so I haven't got this mess. But for now that'll do. Just waiting for it to shut down. It should shut down in a second. I'm really pleased with that. It's a nice neat job. And the sockets are good and tight. So, and this power supply also has LEDs in it, and now you can change the colour. There's a button somewhere. You can either have it, I think you can turn them off as well. Yeah. Right. Hang on. That appears to be done. Just wait for it to shut down. It's supposed to shut down before, but I might not have let it boot up fully. It's a bit hard to judge it when you ain't got a monitor connected. Yeah, very hard to judge. Right, I've shut it down. I'm gonna just find an HDMI lead. Hang on a minute, folks. Alright, we've got an HDMI lead connected, and there's the BIOS screen. And we're about to boot up into Windows 10. As you can see, my mouse is actually not in here. My mouse is actually in the other room. Not brought my mouse or my keyboard in. But I'm not expecting to need them. We'll just let it get to the desktop. That's working anyway. Just let it sort itself out. Excuse the state of my workshop at the moment, or configuring updates. That's why it was taking all day. It was messing about with updates. Yeah, it is. It's messing about with updates. I'm actually quite pleased with that. I'll put it on pause. Don't need to see this. There we go. We're at the desktop. It's slightly the wrong resolution for my monitor, for my big monitor I'm using here, because this is the machine I use in the front room as on the media center. And there we go, Xbox Media Center. That's what I use. What I need to do is actually get my mouse. Right, let's just check that I've got all my stuff there. Let's go to videos, files, Make sure my D drive comes up. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. That's all working, so now I can shut this down. And that's a simple solution for using any power supply you want in a case that's made to take a certain power supply. That's a simple solution for that. And we're all sorted. And basically you just use two plugs. Your main, as I say, your main motherboard plug. I nicked this socket that I used from an old motherboard, which is easy enough to get off with a bit of heat. And this one I scavenged from something else that was scrap. And they're both on there. They're both on there, good and tight, no movement. In fact, you can even lift the machine up. No movement on there whatsoever. And I can now put any power supply on there, as I've already said. Put any power supply in there I want. I'd have liked them wires there to have been a bit longer, but obviously what I should have done was gone inside the old power supply and took them off from inside instead of cutting them. That'd have given me the little bit of extra reach, but given that, I've managed to route them. They're not too tight. They're okay. So I'll just do a bit of cable management, try to anyway, do a bit of cable management on this in a bit. And then the top can go back on, screws can go back in, and jobs are good and we're all sorted. So I'll get this uploaded, and that's all for now. Until next time, folks. Bye. Well, as you can see, boys and girls, that's my media centre, all back together, top on, all secured, screwed down, and my sockets, pardon me, my sockets, nicely finished off. Need a bit of a wipe. There's a bit of dust on them from the Dremel, but I do say that's a nice tidy job. That's as tidy as it needs to be. I couldn't get this bit of a sticker here off, so I just passed the screw through it. Yeah, never mind. But as you can see, nicely done. Well, nice enough as it needs to be. All the wiring's all sorted out. It's all, you can't really get it neat in these cases, so I've just done it as neat as I can get it. So we'll have to just do it that. And it's ready to go back into my front room, and we can call this finished. Right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.